Jeff!
And just a minute.
What
is it? What's the big emergency?
It's time to do our Christmas show for Police Beat.
Right, hang on a minute.
He's always late.
I have to be prepared. Okay. Hi, I'm Jeff Groves.
And I'm Ann Loader.
And welcome to this month's edition of Police Beat. In fact, this is our holiday edition of Police Beat.
Well, Jeff, we thought a good thing to do for the Christmas show was to reminisce over this past year and all the shows we did.
Okay, I gotta do one thing first. Now we're cooking. Anyway, for this month's show, Ann, it has been a year since you've been with us on Police Beat, and I want to thank you for being the co-host on Police Beat. In fact, I think you've brought a new level of seriousness to our show. There's no two ways about it.
Thank you, and I'm surprised I lived through it already.
Yes, you did. We have done some interesting things for the show for this past year, and we thought it'd be fun to show the audience some of the things we did. Beginning with the February show, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the first time I rode on a car lift.
Yes, and that particular show had to do with gas, actually alternative fuels for city vehicles. And it was kind of interesting learning about how the city vehicles are saving money by using the alternative fuels, and we hope the audience enjoyed that show. Then we went on to March.
Yes, and that's where it really proved how short I am.
March show was on traffic tips. And matter of fact, while we're on the subject of traffic tips, I'd like to give the audience a few traffic tips for the Christmas holiday season driving as you're doing your shopping and out and about for the next few weeks. We all know that College Avenue is already tied up greatly at Drayton College, and that West Drake near Taft is also a mess. But there is one simple thing you can do when you attempt to do your driving through Fort Collins, particularly the southern half or wherever you might want to go. And what we're showing you now is a live intersection. And when you come to an intersection such as this, think about where you want to go and how you want to get there specifically before you actually make that attempt. In the intersections that we're showing you, rather than attempt to sit there and finally cross that intersection after waiting maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes even for traffic to clear, and you're having to look both directions, left and right, to cross over a 4-lane highway, think about for just a second of making a right turn, going down 1 block or even 2 if necessary, getting in the left turn lane, making a left turn on an alternate street, and coming back to the original route you want through the neighborhood. You'll probably save yourself an awful lot of time, and you'll probably save yourself an accident, especially as the weather gets worse here in the coming months.
And for our April show, we headed way over to Greeley to visit Detox.
And that was an interesting show to me because I hadn't actually seen the new facility by the time we went over there.
Right.
But you know what I remember most about the April show? A little snowball fight towards the end of the show. I remember distinctly I lost the snowball fight, and that's what I remember.
You remembered that correctly.
It was up at Horsetooth, right?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. And I remember you got me. Anyway, after our detox show in April, we had a rare occasion in May by Larimer County Sheriff Richard Shockley, who allowed us access into the Larimer County Detention Center. And all of you got a rare view of the interior workings of the jail, essentially is what it's called by officers, or the detention center as it's known otherwise. And unless you happen to be a customer of the jail, you got to see some of the inner workings.
That's right. Where did we go in June? I think we went down to District 1.
District 1, we did go down there, and we got to see the opening of the new police substation for District 1, an idea that the police department wants to continue for District 2, 3, 4, and 5 eventually. And we got to talk to Pete Gasley down there, who is running District 1, and some of the officers there, and exactly some of the programs that they're going through in attempting to become more of a neighborhood policing concept.
That's right. And then the next month, which I think was July, we took you all on a ride-along out on the street. You rode with both Jeff and I, and we just showed different things of what the cops do out on regular patrol, on their bikes, whatever. And that was, I think, interesting.
I enjoyed it, and it got the public a chance to see that sometimes things are pretty slow for some of the officers, and then sometimes things really get hectic.
In August, we took you along with SWAT in their SWAT training, and also showing some of their explosives, how they make nice big holes in the side of a house and stuff like that. That was very interesting for me because I've never seen them actually use explosives before.
It's pretty fascinating how they do some of the entry work that we got to see during that month's show.
That's right.
In September's show, we actually dealt with kind of an interesting topic. In fact, you and I got a lot of feedback from a lot of people during that month's show of the parking violations around town, and showing some of the actual violations and showing some others that many people didn't even know were illegal parking violations. And like I say, we got a lot of comments that people had no idea that some of those were violations later on after we'd filmed that show and it aired for the month. But it was a fun show.
Yeah, I think we probably saved some people some money to help with Christmas presents this year.
Well, that'd be a good idea. By the way, have I given you my Christmas list yet?
No, and I don't want one.
Oh, okay. But anyway, October. Good month.
We visited the schools.
Yes, we did.
With the school resource officers. And we had fun going to Fort Collins High School, Rocky Mountain High School, and Poudre High School, and gave the public an idea what those officers that are placed right at those schools were doing all year long.
Yep, and even I learned a little bit about what they do. I had some knowledge previously, of course, working with them, but there were some aspects of their job that I even learned about. And in November, which will finish our highlights for this year, we took you on a trip through traffic engineering department of the city of Fort Collins. You got to see how some of the traffic lights work, some of the loops, talked to some of the people that are actively involved in timing the lights, met the traffic engineer, Eric Brockie. And again, I learned a little bit.
Yeah, and one thing that didn't make the show because we're short on time is I have a good did you know fact. Did you know that over 80,000 vehicles go through the intersection of Horsetooth and College every day?
Man, I didn't know that.
And now it's the end of our holiday show, and you know, we know Thanksgiving is by, but we also have Christmas coming up and New Year's, and that's the time when we're all trying to have a festive good time and see relatives and friends and driving all over the place.
A lot of parties.
Yeah.
Well, what we'd like to talk to you about briefly as we close for this year is Ann and I came across a poem that we feel is rather befitting of this time of the year and giving you a chance to think about something with you and your families. The poem will be read to you by a Rocky Mountain High School student, and we'd hope that you take the time to listen to it in its entirety after we close the show. Again, we wish you a happy holiday season with you and your family, and we'll see you in 1997.
Drive safe out there, please.
I went to a party, Mom. I remembered what you said. You told me not to drink, Mom, so I drank soda instead. I really felt proud inside, Mom, the way you said I would. I didn't drink and drive, Mom, even though the others said I should. I know I did the right thing, Mom. I know you were always right. Now the party is finally ending, Mom, and everyone is driving out of sight. As I got into my car, Mom, I knew I'd get home in one piece, because of the way you raised me, so responsible and sweet. I started to drive away, Mom, but as I pulled out into the road, the other car didn't see me, Mom, and it hit me like a load. As I lay there on the pavement, Mom, I hear the policeman say, "The other guy is drunk, Mom, and now I'm the one who will pay." I'm lying here dying, Mom. I wish you'd get here soon. How could this happen to me, Mom? My life just burst like a balloon. There is blood all around me, Mom, and most of it is mine. I hear the medics say, Mom, I'll die in a short time. I just wanted to tell you, Mom, I swear I didn't drink. It was the others, Mom. The others didn't think. He was probably at the same party as I. The only difference is he drank and I will die. Why do people drink, Mom? It can ruin your whole life. I'm feeling sharp pains now, pains just like a knife. The guy who hit me is walking, Mom. I don't think it's fair. I'm lying here dying and all he can do is stare. Tell my brother not to cry, Mom. Tell Daddy to be brave. And when I go to heaven, Mom, put Daddy's girl on my grave. Someone should have told him, Mom, not to drink and drive. If only they had told him, Mom, I would still be alive. My breath is getting shorter, Mom. I'm becoming very scared. Please don't cry for me, Mom. When I needed you, you were always there. I have one last question, Mom, before I say goodbye. I didn't drink and drive, Mom, so why am I the one to die?